Right, okay, we're live on YouTube and on Instagram at the moment. So fingers crossed this works. Right, okay, so I'm here to do the reading for the Libra full moon. Now, this full moon is a bit of a tricky one. I don't know if any of you are feeling that at all, but I'm sorry, I'm just going to get this right. Oh, people are saying that they like it better on here, so I just need to find where my notes are as well. I'm so sorry about this, everything. There. Right, okay. So I'll start again. So hi, I'm Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot. So this Libra full moon tonight, this is what I want to do the readings for, and it's quite an important one. Oh, sorry, it's quite an important one. So I don't know if anybody's been feeling the energies of it already. I have. I'm Libra rising, and it's been hitting me all massively this week. So before I start that, I just want to say I will be opening my books up tomorrow for the month of April. Now, I am working on this course where people are going to be working with me on a one-to-one basis, okay? So the readings aren't going to be around forever. If anybody does want a reading with me, please go to lovebuddhatarot.com and you can click on there and you will see my availability, but I will put that on tomorrow. So the books are opening tomorrow, but like I say, they are limited, the readings, because this one-to-one stuff that I'm going to be working on it's my baby. It's got so much, I'm putting so much into it, and I'm very, very proud of it as well. So like I say, I'd hope to see all of you there. If anybody is interested in that, then please get in touch with me as well. Okay, so now that's it. That's the work stuff out the way. And now we've got the real work with this Libra moon. So this Libra moon, we have Libra is all about harmony, you know, it's about balance, it's about finding that perfect balance. And this is coming in to ask us to look at relationships, okay? But normally the Libra moon is a very nice one, you know, it's nice, it's kind of, you know, Libra is very, very gentle, isn't it? You know, very neutral. But, and there's always a but. So, but with this one, we have, at the moment, we have the Sun in Aries, we have Chiron in Aries, we have Venus in Aries, and I'm sure we have Mars in Aries as well. Oh, I've just gone off on Instagram there for some reason. I don't know why. So sorry about this. If it doesn't go on this time, then I will stop, because I'm sorry to all those that are on YouTube with this. Oh, no, I can't. It's that'll be deleted. So I'm just going to do this on YouTube, everybody there, so I can see you all. So hi, April. Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Stormy. Right. Sorry about that. Right. Okay. So as I said, we have Sun in Aries, Chiron in Aries, Mars in Aries as well, and Venus in Aries. So they're opposite this moon, okay? So where this Libra moon is usually very mellow and nice and gentle, there's so much fire, okay? And this is what I got with it, that there is going to be so much fire, and relationships are where it's going to be hit. Now, this could be romantic relationship, it could be friendships, families, whatever. It's relationships where we relate to another person, okay? Now, what this is asking us to do, and what is going to be uncomfortable for us within this, is where we are passive. So where we actually put our own needs aside in order to make sure somebody else is happy, you know. Now, I would say a majority of people in relationships do this, okay? That's the common thing. And then they go and twist about it or complain about it to their friends in some way, rather than actually having the clear communication with a partner. But what this Libra moon is asking us to do is think about us, okay? This is about us. Are we happy? Why are we not happy? What would make us happy? So where we have been putting off saying things, this is now telling us where we are going to put down our own ground rules. And we could be telling some people to F off. Okay, this is it, because I feel if the relationship that you're in or that people are in at this moment is not on solid ground and is not almost like the three little pigs here, you know, is it built of straw? Is it built of sticks? Is it built of brick? Because I feel only the brick ones will survive this. Okay, now, like I say, that could be sending some people into a mass panic, but at the end of the day, if you are relying on something or you are kind of looking to your future on something that isn't solid, then you are just wasting time. And this is what the universe wants us to see at this moment, okay? Now, because we have Chiron in Aries as well, my personal Chiron is in Aries, and mine in the house that it's in, it's about me not being seen, about not being heard, you know, feeling that I've got to be the passive one within life. And this is something that I've worked on a lot myself as well. But whatever your Chiron is, you know, is going to be affected with this. So you can look up your chart and find that. But this is a lot of times where we have been in maybe codependent relationships, where we haven't voiced our opinion for fear of maybe being dismissed or maybe not being loved as well. Okay. All of this is going to come to the surface. So it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be icky. It's going to be kind of messy, you know, because what this is asking us to see is, where do we feel responsible for other people's emotions? Okay. Why do we feel that it's our job to make them happy at the cost of our happiness? Where do we not feel worthy enough to step up and go, hold on, this is what I want and need? You know, if you can't like deliver that, then I'm going to find somebody I can, or I'm going to give it to myself, because this Libra moon is talking a lot about self-love, okay? And when we stand for love that doesn't kind of warrant us, that doesn't honor us, that doesn't actually treat us in the way that we want to be treated and the way we deserve to be treated, that is coming from a wound of self-love, where we think we have to settle, or we think that is all that we are worth. Okay, so these are the questions, quite heavy questions they're coming up to ask us. Where do we put our happiness and our fulfillment and our contentment and our needs and desires on a back burner in order to make sure that somebody else is comfortable, or we don't disrupt their comfortableness, you know? And I say this so many times, you know, it's quite sad to actually see it. These people stuck in, they're not in love, they're in safe, okay? They're in a comfort zone that is uncomfortable. I know couples that don't even know each other. You know, they don't even know each other. They're different people to what they are with their friends as to what they are with that couple. They'll say, oh God, no, I couldn't say that to them. It's like, hold on, this is somebody that you're spending a life with, you know? You have to be able to be fully you. Otherwise, you are living a lie, you know? And if there's anything that is telling you that you've got to live a lie, this is why the universe is saying now, get rid of it. It's time. We're ready. All of this work that we've done, you know, the past few years, especially this last year, you know, look, it's almost like it's just over a year since we've all been in lockdown. We've had the time to think. How many of you have lost relationships, whether this be with friends, whether this be with family, whether this be with partners? You know, how many have you suddenly seen people and kind of thought, you know what, they're not my people? Because that has happened so much. I think I lost so many people last year, some to death, whatever. But, you know, so many people went out of my life last year. But I know it was because they weren't meant for it. They were not my tribe. When the going got tough, they weren't there. And that was like, right, okay, that tells me enough. So what this is wanting us to do is for us to go into this new world, okay, for the world to be healed with this Chiron as well, you know, what we are wanting to do is all of us be as authentic as we can, have authentic relationships. It doesn't mean that these people are wrong. They're just not right for us. Okay, so we've also got Mars, which is conjunct the North Node. North Node is our destiny. Okay, so our soul is screaming to us. Our soul is saying, please listen. You know, if you're feeling uncomfortable, if there's something that isn't healed, if there's people around you that shouldn't be there, you know, then we're telling you for a reason, because our soul wants to evolve. This is our reason that we are incarnated at this time. Okay, so nothing bad is happening. It might feel uncomfortable, but it's actually pushing us towards who we were born to be. What could also happen around this time as well is we could meet people who show us what we want within our life. They go, you know what, that's it. I didn't even know that that was what I wanted until now I've seen it. Okay, so we're being woken up, almost kind of like shaken awake, if that makes sense. So there's stuff coming to the surface about what we want out of life and want out of love that maybe we've never thought about before, you know? So that is brilliant. That is amazing. It's like, it's fantastic. It's exciting. But in order to have this illumination, which this is what the full moon does, it illuminates things. It shows us, it shines light on the dark places, okay? So what this is also going to do is it's also going to bring up stuff that we have already buried, that we thought, all right, I'd got rid of that, okay? I'd hid that in the closet and I hid that in that basement of my soul. That is coming to the surface and we've got to face it. It was funny, I got a message off an old ex from years ago yesterday, just saying I had a dream about you last night. And I thought, all right, okay, what is it that he hasn't healed? And it was a beautiful message, you know, really nice, saying, oh, it was so lovely and it was so lovely connecting with your energy and you know me and you always have a connection. And it's like, yeah, but the connection wasn't strong enough for us to be together. So like I say, it's even people that aren't aware of this stuff, it's affecting them, you know, and the reason it's happening now is because we're ready for it. This is it. We're ready. It's rightness. It's, you know what I mean? We have all this juiciness inside of us that needs to be kind of to shown. We need to actually present with this in the world as well. So these next 2 weeks are going to be strange. Okay, that's what I can see. But I really, really believe that these next 2 weeks, okay, when we look back on our lives in, say, 5 years' time, 10 years' time, we're going to look at this time as being a massively defining point in the future that we will be living. Okay, so when we look back, it'll be go, you know what? It was that Libra moon. You know, that's what it is. We can't control this with our logical mind, because this isn't logic. This is defying logic. It's got to be what we feel, you know? It's like, you know, people might be going, God, you're mad. What are you going to do? Why are you throwing that away? Why are you risking that? Why are you taking that risk? Whatever. And it's just, I know that if I don't, I will be risking so much more. You know, so it's a beautiful time. I'm loving it, even though I have been sitting with my head in my hands for the last 3 days. You know, I've been going down to the beach every morning at between about 7 and past and seeing the sunrise and sitting meditating, because I know that I'm having to drop into my heart. You know, it's been really, really hard this week to get into my heart, because my head is saying, no, your heart can't feel like that. That's not right, and everything like that. So this is where the confusion comes. But when I get into my head, I'm not in my feelings, I'm in my thinks. And nothing can be healed when we're in the mind. We've got to, in order to be healed, we have to be in our heart. We have to be in our feels, and we have to feel our way through this. We can't think our way through it, because the logic to this, it makes no sense at all, but it makes so much sense as well. So this is why I love this. And like I say, I'm being hit with it as well, you know. So you know, I'm with you. If you're feeling that, it's like I'm really, really sorry. But like I say, this is this self-love as well. You know, where do you think about what you do for a partner? Think about what you do for a loved one, okay? Think about, you know, if they came in and they said, oh, I've had a hard day, what would you do? You would straight away go and make them a cup of tea or something, you know? You would say, sit down, I'll do this. You would start to pamper them. You would give them time. You would listen to them. You know, you would make them want to feel seen. You would make them want to feel heard. When do you do that to yourself? This is what this is asking us, okay? When do you actually sit with yourself? When do you actually sit and say to your heart, what have you got to say today? Okay, because that is a great, great exercise to do. Ask your heart what it has to say to you at this moment in time. You know, do this afterwards. I'm going to go down the beach again tonight and, you know, be there with the moon. And I have a lot of questions that I'm going to ask, you know, what is my soul searching for? You know, what is it? What is going to give it the nutrients that it needs? What is going to nourish it? You know, what is my heart telling me? That even though my head tells me, no, this is wrong, you know, it's almost like you've been down this path before, don't go down that path. But then my heart is like, whoa, you know, so it's crazy. It's about getting all of this in unison. And we'll know because we take a couple of deep breaths. And when we admit to ourselves what we don't want to admit to ourselves, that is when it gets easier. Okay. So it's almost like we need to face our own inner demons as well as the ones on the external. Okay, is this making sense to people? So it's beautiful, but it's not easy. And it's like we're saying we're going to have a powwow, you know, with yourself, you know, sit and have that, listen to what your soul's got to say. You know, when your head's like, the ego knows least and it knows loudest. Okay, so turn off your ego and let yourself drop in to your heart and to your soul and have a conversation with that. And tonight is the perfect time to do it. So this Libra, we've got to ride the wave. And if you ever see anybody surfing, it's about keeping that balance, you know. But the waves are coming crashing down. When I was sitting there today, the waves were angry. And I thought, wow, that's so apt for today, you know, and for tonight. And we really need to think, because there are things in our lives now that the timer has gone off on them. Okay, this is it. It's time over. You know, that's it. Come out of the pool kind of thing. You know, when you used to get called out of the pool when your time was up, that's it. But we're still staying in. Okay, there's things that we thought would go the distance.